Hey guys, how are you on this Thursday night? It's a bit unusual for me to do a live on a Thursday night, but yeah, I keep seeing all these emails coming through from eBay about the new item specifics. And so I thought, well, let's jump on. We'll have a bit of a live stream. We can have a bit of a chat about it. If people have got any questions, then they can ask away. And, you know, I've done a bit of research on all the item specifics. So hopefully we can all work through this. But I'll just say hello to everyone in the chat. So, hello, Dave. I'm glad you like my puzzled look on my on my thumbnail. I'm trying to keep it real. Hey, Monique, and hey, Lyndall, and Susan, and Karen, and Ian. Good morning. I was going to say good morning. It's not even morning. Hi, Alice. Hi, Ian. Hi. I've got Nick on the screen and waiting for Mel on the other. Come on, Nick, get off. Don't you know I'm trying to go live? Who wants to watch Nick when you can watch me? Just jokes. I love Nick. Actually, just for the record, I'm actually going live with Nick tomorrow night on Nick's channel. So he's been going live every morning for him at the moment as he's trying to start a new routine. So yeah, he asked me if I wanted to pop on tomorrow night, which is UK morning, but Australia night. So I'll be popping on there probably around the same time that he went live tonight, which was about 7 o'clock. So if you don't know who Nick is, just type into the search Nick Hills, Nick Hills, the reseller, and it will come up. And yeah, I'll be on live with Nick tomorrow night, which will be fun. I always love having a good chat with Nick. Hey, Reg. Hey, Minikin, Chris. Oh, geez, there's a few of you in here. Hey, Polly, Reselling Polly, that's Sam. Hey, Bron, putting you on the big TV. Oh, that's a bit scary. You get to see my face on the big TV. Hey, Rod, I'm so jealous. Everyone knows that, like, my two bestie resellers are Bron and Rod, and they only live about an hour and a half from each other, and Rod went to Bron today and they did a sourcing trip and I had to miss out because of COVID. So I'm really sad, but they had an awesome day. They've cleaned up by the look of all the photos. They've got boot full of car. So, yeah. Hey, Murray. Hey, going. Hey, Leanne. I don't know how to say that. If I missed anyone, hello to all of you. So you've probably all seen on your eBay pages, because it's been coming up with a big notification about new item specifics that are coming. So if you guys will remember when was it? I can't even remember when it was, but last time they did the new, which I think was around the same time last year, they added all these new item specifics and it just caused glitch after glitch after glitch with eBay. So I guess the first thing is fingers crossed that, they've learnt from what happened last time and they won't make the same mistakes again. And hopefully all those same glitches won't happen as they integrate these new item specifics this time. Hey, Zach. But yeah, as of the 9th of September, eBay are introducing a whole lot more of item specifics that are a requirement on your listings. So basically you have to go everything that you have listed in your store that, is part of this category that might not have those items filled out correctly in your item specifics at the moment because they weren't a requirement, is now going to need you to update those. So it kind of means that if you don't update your listings, then your listings probably won't get pushed out by eBay for sales. So you really do need to go through and update all the item specifics on the categories that are required by eBay. So eBay have put the list out. You can go to their website and you can download the spreadsheet, which tells you exactly what items will be required for the item specifics. And it also tells you what item specifics are going to be required. So last time they did the update, the biggest thing that was kind of changed was all the clothing. And most of us, are clothing sellers, or a lot of us are clothing sellers. And it really did affect us, and it made like a big impact on sales. There was glitches galore. I know a few people, especially like I remember Drew from Drew's Metal Detecting. He had issues for about a month or 2 months with his store with glitches. It really took a long time for him to recover from those glitches. But I was looking through at the category list, and I've got it here in front of me. And basically, there are some fashion updates that weren't in the last one, and a lot of them seem to be belts, shoes, men's. A lot of it's men's stuff: men's suits, men's wallets, men's belts, women's scarves, women's wallets, women's handbags. But there's also a lot of things that are changing in regards to shoes. So if you're a shoe seller like me, you're going to have to update quite a lot of your item specifics. I'm actually quite glad to read this because I have a heap of shoes here that I have been waiting to do a big chunk day of photography for them, and I'm still going to get that done soon. But I probably might hold off listing them until these item specifics come in, just to ensure that I don't miss any. I don't want to list a heap of new shoes and then I've not entered every single item specific. But looking at what's here, in terms of shoes, you're kind of looking at, you've got to, what's going to be required is obviously the type of shoe, the size, the department, the color, the style, the upper material, and the type. So that's going to be for women's boots, women's heels, men's shoes, boys' shoes, girls' shoes. There's a lot of that. So if you don't have all those item specifics currently in your listings, you are going to have to go in and add them in. The other thing that it's affecting is things like men's sunglasses, women's handbags, snow goggles, cycling sunglasses, all those kind of protective eyewear. Women's swimwear is being affected. I know that I sell quite a bit of swimwear. I sell lots of Speedos, athletic shoes, men's hoodies and sweatshirts are being changed, men's jumpers, women's shorts, T-shirts. So there's definitely some more requirements that are coming in that weren't there before in the clothing sector. So it does seem to be like clothing, accessories, and shoes. I don't think shoes were actually affected last time in the item specifics. I think they kind of missed a lot of it. But anyway, it does say that, a lot of these will take effect. And a lot of those already did take effect in 2019, but there's definitely more. When you look at the list, it actually gives you the effective date, and you can see the ones that kind of took place in 2019 and all the new ones that are about to happen. The other category that's going to be affected is food and drink. I think a lot of us probably don't, as resellers, we don't do food and drink unless we're kind of like big wholesalers or companies. So I don't think that's going to affect many of us. Home and garden. Now, I think this will affect some people. This is going to be things like plates, cups, mugs, teapots, or your fancy kind of pretties, I guess, as we might call them. So definitely the homewares are going to be affected. If you sell homewares, you will need to be changing some of your item specifics. Hey, Nick. Hey, Lainey. Yeah, eBay's changing stuff again. I'm just going through this list here, Nick. The other thing that's going to be affected is jewelry and watches. Now, when I'm looking at the list here, it does seem to be mainly watches in the jewelry collection. So if you are a watch seller, there's going to be a lot more item specifics that you need to add. In terms of jewelry, it seems to be a lot of stuff with crystals, but from what I can see in the jewelry category, most of it is actually watches. There's a lot of changing in the sporting goods sections. That kind of stuff is more like push bikes, push bike parts, cables, pedals. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect a lot of us, but brake pads, bearings, things for like bicycles, bicycle stands, things like that. So helmets. So if you do sell a lot of sporting goods, bike helmets, things like that, then they will also be checked. And as for media, the only things that I can see that look like they might be changing are the 3D TV glasses and accessories. So from what I can see on the list, there isn't any like DVDs, there isn't any games. It's more just anything with 3D. So that's a good thing. So, from what I can see from this list, the thing that's going to affect most of us as resellers will be the items in the fashion, which do tend to look a lot like wallets, bags, accessories, shoes. Shoes is going to kill me. I have a lot of shoes listed. So, I'll have to be checking all my listings specifically for those. And yeah, the home goods. I think we all need to be watching our home goods. If you do sell any, plates, cups, crockery, vases, bowls, platters, anything like that, that all seems to look like it's going to be affected. So basically this all comes in on the 9th of September. So what's going to happen is eBay is going to, any new listings that come in from the 9th, oh, my lighting just went green, didn't it? Okay, I'm green now. Basically, any new listings that you do, what's going on? I can't cope, I'm green. Now I'm black. Okay, so basically any new listings you do from the 9th, all those item specifics will be there, and you will have to enter them to do a new listing. Or if you end the listing and you sell similar, you will have to put those new item specifics in. For all your items that are already listed in your store, you will have to go in and upgrade them manually, or eBay might stop pushing out your sales because it wants those item specifics. And, the more item specifics we have in our listings, the more chance we also get of having a sale. It also pushes it out with its, to Google and the search engine optimization. So basically what eBay is saying, and they did this to us in the last update as well, they have a special tool, and the tool is called the Optiseller Aspect Finder. So basically what eBay do is they give you this access to this Optiseller until the 31st of December. So you can log in and you can use this app, and it will tell you all your listings that need updating. So then you can know exactly what items you have to fix. And if you have a big store, like for me, I've got over 2,000 listings. So, it's much easier to go into like some kind of software tool that will tell me exactly which one of those listings need fixing. However, eBay are only giving you the Optimizer tool free until the 31st of December. And after the 31st of December, that tool costs $40 US dollars a month. So nobody wants to be paying that. Like, it's not really needed to pay that unless you don't go and get this done, and then you just have so many listings that it's too hard. So what I would suggest is make use of the Optimizer tool if you need it, and get that done as quick as you can. So this comes into effect on the 9th of September. Now, none of us want to go into Q4 with listings that aren't updated and don't have all the item specifics and aren't getting pushed out. So this is kind of like another thing we have to do to prep for Q4. We need to fix our listings as quick as we can. So, this comes in on the 9th, but you can go in there and start updating your listings now. You can go to the eBay website, just go in, look up eBay for Business, look up the item specific, just do a search on item specifics. It'll come up and it'll tell you all about it. You can download the Excel file, and it will tell you exactly all the items that need new requirements. So if you are a shoe seller like me, you can go in there and have a look and look at what the shoe requirements are going to be, and I can manually start going in there and changing my shoe listings now. So, there's no reason why I can't do it now, but, as of the 9th, it's going to be a requirement and we need to do it. Hey, Brad, you wouldn't want to see Mel when she's angry. Do I seem angry tonight? Do I? I'm not angry. Hulk Mel. Okay, because I went green. Yeah, I know. Look, it's making my makeup look like all strange, all this coloring. But yeah, so basically I kind of just wanted to come in and give you all a quick chat and a quick reminder to say this is happening. We don't know if this is going to cause glitches again. Last time they did do item specifics, it did cause quite a lot of trouble within eBay, and a lot of the eBay community suffered. And, some people's stores really suffered, and it took quite a few months to rebuild after that. I'm kind of really hoping that this is much more of a smooth transfer because, if you think about it, the eBay have just done their managed payments, and I actually thought it was so smooth. I didn't notice any problems. I didn't have any glitches. 2 of my stores have so far moved over to managed payments, and it's been totally smooth. Not one glitch, no issue. It's been awesome. So last time when there was glitches with this, I'm really hoping that maybe they've been fixing this and they've listened to all the problems. I'm sure that they were 100% aware of all the problems because everyone was whinging about it. So I'm really hoping that eBay have done everything that they can so that as they integrate these new item specifics, that it's all going to run very smoothly this time. But, my tip is you can't avoid it. These specifics are there. We have to enter them. It's just part of our job as a seller. It is time consuming. It does suck, and it is another job that we have to add to our to-do list. But go in there and just get it done. Have a look at the spreadsheet, see if anything's going to affect you, and start working on those listings now. And like I said, if you've got lots of eBay listings, like for instance I do, then you may want to download the tool, the Optimizer tool, and use it while it's free. Because, like I said, after the 31st of December, eBay want to charge you $40 US a month to be able to use that tool to check all your listings. And you don't want to leave it for 3 months anyway. You don't want to have listings 3 months old that are missing item specifics. Nightmare. So get in there. Let's get all our listings sorted. Let's, update them all now. Work on that during September. We really want Q4 to be bringing in money for everyone. We want to all smash out Q4 and have a great, end of year, great holiday season, make lots of money. So we don't want our listings to be hidden by eBay because they're not got all their requirements. So, yeah. Moments like this, we tend to run on a fairly small listed inventory. That is one good thing about having a small inventory system. Mine is massive. It's growing every day. Obviously, I'm a volume seller and I try and sell as much as I can, like I am in for the quick flip, and I don't have a problem selling lower end items. But my store is big. I don't know, like between my multiple stores, I have, 2,200 maybe listings at the moment. And I'm pushing to try and get that up to about 3,000 before October with Q4. So wish me luck. I'm going to be doing a lot of late nights listing. Bron's saying her and Rod, they've hopped over the border today to take advantage of, stocking up on stock while they can. I know that Bron and Rod also are like me. We kind of work together in a team, the three of us. We've all got similar goals, and, we're all working to, build inventory and get ready for a good Q4. Pommy, they went shopping and they sent me a message and said somebody thought that Rod was Bron's dad. We think it's because of the big beard, the big Santa beard. Optiseller looks a lot better this time. It actually flags what is required and upcoming required. Yeah, I was having a look at it as well, Brad, and I think it's definitely something that I will download and use. Last time I used the Optiseller, I actually had quite a bit of trouble with it. I found that it was actually glitching in itself. I didn't enjoy using it, and I certainly wouldn't have wanted to have paid for it last time. So I do just really hope that after all the issues that they had last time, that they've kind of streamlined it and they've got it all working well for this time. I do think it's a strange time that they keep wanting to do these updates right before Q4. I'm pretty sure from memory it was about the same time last year, and everybody was like, the biggest time of the year, and they've made all these changes that have caused all these glitches. So I'm really, really hoping that they've sorted it out this time, and, it's just really smooth. Because I definitely feel like managed payments was a smooth transfer, and, they definitely got that right. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Does Australia have loads of different time zones? No, not really. We've got a couple of different time zones, but we do change with daylight saving. So sometimes my time zone will be different to like Queensland, but at the moment it's the same. I think Brad is about half an hour difference between me at the moment. It's 8:20 here at the moment. So I think most of us are roughly on the same time zone at the moment. Dave, the email I received from eBay requires I update the expanded require item specifics on all electronics and video games I have listed. That's interesting. Now, Dave, I don't actually, to be honest, I logged into it on one of my stores that I don't actually have a lot of electronics on. So I have one store that I try and keep all my DVDs and my electronics mainly on that particular store. So the store that I logged in was my clothing store. So a lot of it did give me a rundown of items that would be, when I logged into it, it gave me a rundown of items that I might be affected by. But I didn't have many video games on that one. But on the list here, and I don't know if you can see it, let me just see if I can share my screen. Application window. Is this sharing? Okay. So when I'm clicked here on the media, this is the only thing that's telling me that will do. So movies, anything with the category name, 3D TV glasses and accessories, requires the type and the brand, and that will be effective as of the 9th. So that's the only thing it's telling me on the list of things that's been downloaded from that eBay website. You can see here on the clothes, everything here like the belts, the wallets, the suits, the socks, scarves, shoes, handbags, glasses, women's tops, women's boots, women's heels, sunglasses, snow goggles. So you can see this starts about here where it says women's bags and handbags. Everything down below kind of came into effect already in October 2019. So everything above here is all going to have new item specifics. You can see here with the home and garden, tools, glass, sirens, bathroom things, home fragrances, blinds, shades, cookware, microwave, knife blocks, peelers, mixing bowls, spice jars, spoons, cooking utensils, canisters, jars, placemats, bread makers, tea towels, juicers, knives, mugs. Like there's a whole heap of stuff there that's coming in. So if you've got a lot in the homeware section, I really think you need to be looking carefully at this. Jewelry and watches, definitely it seems to be mainly watches that I can see here. The only thing I could really see was like crystals and stuff. So down here, crystals. Industrial, like hardware kind of stuff, if you do hardware, and the sporting goods. But I think for most of us, it's going to affect us on the fashion, the home goods, and the sporting goods. And yeah, mine doesn't say much for the media there, Dave. So that's interesting that yours told you that you would be required to do more. If that's the case, that's going to be a nightmare for someone like poor old Ken, who's got 10,000 DVDs listed in his store. Like, God forbid, like that would just be an absolute nightmare. I don't have a huge amount of DVDs. I've got a few tubfuls. So if I have to do them, I have to do them. But I've got my fingers crossed that it's only things that I'm going to need is something with like maybe the 3D glasses. May as well toss the shoes I've got. No, you don't have to toss them. You're just going to have to make this, a lot of those shoe item specifics you've probably put in there already, but sometimes like the style, sometimes they're the type of ones that I leave out. I hate having to put the style in if I don't know the specific style. It's like a dress or something. Sometimes I just put unknown. But I will have to, I do have a lot of shoes, so I will have to, really look at the shoes. My Optiseller is saying I only need to add them for DVDs and games. What is it actually telling you that you need to add in for DVDs and games? Because mine only says, for 3D. And I've downloaded that list that hasn't come from my specific store. That has come from the eBay website. That is the Excel spreadsheet that you can just push download, and it tells you exactly what it is. So it only says on there 3D stuff. So I'm interested to see. Susan, if you go onto the eBay for Business page, it'll have a link that will take you through to the Optiseller. I'll just see if I can share it here. Okay. If you can see it here, it's just in the eBay for Business, and you can just go there and it'll there'll be that link there for use the Optiseller, and you'll be able to go there. It'll take you straight through onto that. So yeah, I would just locate your Optiseller via the eBay for Business. So just go into Google, type in eBay for Business, and then when you get in there, just do your search on item specifics and it should come up there. Otherwise, when you're going into your store at the moment, it comes up as soon as you log into your store. So if you haven't logged out for a while, log out and log back in, and it pops up on the screen and says new item specifics. Make sure you click here, and then you have to register and confirm your email address, and then it'll share the page directly with you as well. So yeah. Well, Alice, I think sometimes you can write unknown in it unless there's a specific thing that you have to enter. I know that in some of the other item specifics with clothing, I do write unknown because some of it, I don't really know. I'm not really a fashionista. I like jeans and a t-shirt. So I'm not really down with all the lingo on the girls' dresses with their puff sleeves and what type of style they are, and if they're a bell or a flutter, and I'm not actually very good with that kind of stuff. So I do tend to just put in basic. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I still sell plenty of clothes, but I do actually write unknown in a lot of them if I'm not sure, because I don't want to put in a guess that something is a flutter sleeve if it's actually called I don't know, some other kind of sleeve. I know I'm just not, there are things that you can go to Pinterest, you can look them up and they will tell you all the different type of sleeves type and stuff. But I'm trying to list so fast that I don't kind of stress about little details like that. If I don't know what it is, I simply just write unknown. It doesn't seem to have affected me so far. I still get lots of sales. But, I'm sure obviously if I had the perfect item specifics filled out, then, it would be even better. But I'm not going to spend 10 minutes on a listing trying to worry about what type of sleeve it is or what type of cut it is or something. I'd rather just write unknown for that and put in the basics, the color, the sizing and the basic details. But, if it requires you to put something in there, generally you can write unknown as long as you're putting something in there. It's going to require you to do something, whether or not you tick what it is or write your own. When I go into the aspect finder there, the only categories coming up, well, maybe you just don't have anything else in your store that's going to be totally affected by it, which is a good thing. The less you have coming up with the Optiseller, the better, because last time when they made this change last year, they changed so much that it was such a massive, massive job for everyone. We were all just, it was like we had, all of us who had, 2,000 listings had like 1,500 listings to revise. And it was like such a massive job. And some of us were just spending hours and hours doing it. So, hopefully, a big chunk of them have already been done, and there's less that's going to be required for us this time. Go to your eBay messages and you'll find the new item specific requirements coming 9th of September. Yep. So 9th of September, we can still go in there and enter those now. You can still look them up so you know what's going to be. You can go in there and start manually changing them now. But, they are coming. We are going to have to fix them, and we just got to hope that it's a smooth switchover. The last thing we want is more glitches before Q4, because it really did affect last year's Q4, and it really did take some stores a long time to recover. So I've got everything crossed. I've got faith in eBay, especially after how smooth the managed payments were, that this is all going to go okay. I think there's going to be less that's going to affect me this time. Most of it will be shoes, I think, affecting me this time. But, yeah, and when it says jewelry, I don't know, it does seem to say mainly watches there. I'm not sure if it's going to be like costume jewelry and silvers and golds. It seems to be mainly watches. And there you go, Megan. I've just run mine. I have about 20 video games that require UPCs. I'm glad that's it. Yeah, and 20 is not too bad, eh? That's manageable. You can knock that off in hopefully in a couple hours. You could do that now, tomorrow, and feel like, okay, once this changes over on the 9th, it's not going to affect you too badly. Yeah. I just checked the Optiseller too, and only 2 old listings on clothing came up, which I'd ended anyway, so no longer selling clothes. It had no action to be taken, so happy so far. Perfect. That is good. I'm really hoping that this isn't going to be as much of a change as last time, because it was like a massive, massive change last time. But, yeah, just make sure you do, make sure you do use the Optiseller, while it's free, because, the eBay will make you pay for it. If you don't go and fix all these listings, and then you have a heap of listings that aren't, coming up in search for you, basically they'll become dead listings. If you don't have your item specifics updated, they'll become dead listings. So go and make use of your optimizer and, look it all up, and, we don't want to be paying for it. And that's what eBay are saying on this. If you don't make use of the optimizer before the 31st of December to use that tool, you will then have to pay $40 US dollars a month just to have access to that tool. So we don't want that. We want to save money. We want to make money. We want to save money. We don't want to be spending it on unnecessary things. So, do make sure you go and take advantage of the optimizer tool before December. But my advice would be to do it as quick as you can in September, so that coming into Q4 for October, you're ready, your listings are fresh, and you're ready to go and make all those sales. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to come in and just clarify that. I know there's been a lot of talk about it. Everybody's been like, item specifics again, glitches again. But yeah, I would say don't stress too much about it. Managed payments did just go over very smoothly. I don't know anyone that's really said that they had any issues with the managed payment switchover. I'm actually really happy with it. I think it's a great thing that, sellers have more ways to pay now. I know Rod had a customer the other day who bought something and wanted to do a bank deposit, and he was saying, you can just pay with your credit card now. And she said, oh, no, I don't have PayPal. And he was like, oh, no, you don't need PayPal anymore, typing away in the messenger to this person. And they were like, oh, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, I haven't bought off eBay because of, the PayPal. So she was really excited. So that was really good feedback to hear off Rod, that he actually had a buyer that, normally wouldn't buy on eBay because they didn't have a PayPal account. And, now that they're able to use their credit card and other methods of payment, all of a sudden that'll probably be a new buyer on eBay because now they've got access to do that. So that was a smooth changeover. Fingers crossed this is a smooth changeover. But yeah, anyway, I probably ended up now. I didn't want to stay here and, yabber along for too long. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet and just kind of explain it all to you. Let you know that, there is plenty of information out there on the eBay for Business website. Do click over it. Do have a read of it, because you can't ignore these things. So when eBay do make these changes, you do have to be aware as a seller, and you do have to go with it. You can't ignore it. You can't pretend it's not happening, and, it will affect your sales if you don't do anything about it. So, don't ignore the eBay emails that say it's coming. Be prepared. Look it up. Look at what you sell. See if you're going to be affected by it. And if you are, make those changes as soon as you can. So, yeah, that's it. Okay. I think I'll head out. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up down below. Leave me a comment if you want. And yeah, if you want to see me tomorrow night for a bit more of a casual chat, pop over to Nick Hill's channel. I'll be on there about 7 p.m. tomorrow night when he wakes up in the morning. He hasn't given me a specific time. He just said we'll go live when I wake up, which I think is about 7 p.m. for us Aussies. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next live. Bye.